Hey, I'm Jay Holland. This is Guided by Faith, and we are at the end of a week, the first of 2 weeks, where we are talking about having a mission trip mindset while we're at home, while we live in our own neighborhood, while we're on our community. Maybe we don't get to go to the other side of the world this summer on a trip, but God has put us in a place that needs Jesus, and we're talking about the equipping and tooling and mindset we need to do that. Speaking of mindset, I want to talk today about a mindset shift that I think is so incredibly vital, not just for being missional, but for being life. But as a youth pastor who has taken hundreds and hundreds of students at this point on mission trips, I can tell you that while I've loved nearly every mission trip that I've taken, I've not enjoyed every student that I've taken. There are some that I would have been so thankful, truthfully, if they'd stayed at home. There were a couple where, it's like if we weren't out of the country or so far away, we would have just packed you up and sent you home. And it's not ever been because of their ability. There's never been one time in my life where I have taken somebody on a mission trip where, because of their inability to share the gospel or their, physical sickness or anything like that, where I'm like, man, I just wish you would have never come. It's all been about mindset. It's all been about attitude. And, one or two terrible attitudes can poison a whole team. You've probably experienced this in a class. You've experienced this in a friend group. You maybe have experienced this on a sports team or a band or something like that. One or two attitudes can absolutely just destroy the camaraderie and the joy of the team. So we want to talk today for a minute about shifting our mindset from like, I have to do this to I get to do this. And I know that sounds dumb. It sounds like something a parent would say, and I am a parent, so maybe that's why I say it. But I also feel like there's a lot of scriptural basis for it. Romans chapter 12, verses 1 and 2, the Apostle Paul says, "Therefore, I urge you, brothers and sisters, in view of God's mercy, to offer your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. This is your true and proper worship. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." And so we need to understand a few things in here. Number one, Paul is saying that as worship, we get to present our bodies as a living sacrifice to God. And I think just pondering through that, it says, I urge you to offer your bodies as a living sacrifice. It doesn't say that God's grabbing and taking your body as a living sacrifice. You don't have to do that, but you get to do that. You don't have to live your life in sacrifice to the Lord. You don't have to share the gospel. You don't have to be used by God at all, but you get to, and you get a choice in the matter. And so my encouragement to you is make that choice joyfully. It goes on to say, don't conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. I don't know that many of us naturally are super excited to do uncomfortable things. I don't know many of us that are naturally excited to go do hard things. My default is lazy and selfish. Maybe yours isn't. Maybe your default is, otherworldly service to others and wanting to give everything that you have away. That's not me. But I don't want to conform to the pattern of this world. I want to be transformed by the renewing of my mind. And I actually recently got to have an advanced copy of a book by a longtime pastor and great author named Max Lucado on taming your thoughts. And one of the things that he mentioned in there is that we have, as people, about 70,000 different thoughts that run through our head every single day. Can you imagine that? 70,000, which means about every 5 seconds I'm having a different thought, which is probably pretty accurate. So you have all kinds of thoughts. But not all of your thoughts have the same effect on you. It's the ones that you grab onto. It's the ones that you hold onto. It's the ones that you chew on. I use a saying in our youth group all the time: what you feed will grow and what you starve will die. What you feed will grow and what you starve will die. And this mindset that I have to do this, they're making me do this, or God's making me do this, whether it's, God's disappointed with me if I don't read my Bible. God's disappointed with me if I don't share my faith. God's disappointed with me if I don't pray. God's mad at me for this or that. That's a I have to mentality. And it's a poisonous mentality. It's one that just like you live in a slavery relationship with God, as opposed to, I get to do this. God is offering me relationship. God is offering me his word. And he said that it's living and active and sharp and it'll change my life. God's giving me a chance to be a part of what he's doing. So I can prayer walk my neighborhood. I can host people in my house. I can serve no matter who sees. I get to do these things, and other people don't have that opportunity. That simple mind shift will change your life. That change from this is a chore, this is a drudgery that I don't want to be doing, to this is something that God's given me a chance to do. That'll change your life. Again, I have taken plenty of people, and it's probably not done, plenty of people on mission trips who had all of the talent in the world, had all of the skills in the world. Going on the trip wasn't even hard for them because they had so much finances behind it. It wasn't a work to get there. They had all of the ability in the world, all of the influence in the world, and they used all of that to poison the well because of their attitude. I don't want you to poison the well of the mission place that God's put you at home. And it's not going to be because of your lack of ability. It's going to be because of your mindset. And so as we close out, this is a good one to end the week on. And next week, I'm going to talk about more ways to equip you for your home mission. I want you to really think and pray, Lord, what has my mindset been? What has my mentality been? Have I been in a I have to do this mindset, or have I been in a I get to do this mindset? And if you realize you have the wrong mindset, ask the Lord to humble your heart and to give you the power to change. You don't have to change on your own. Just ask the Lord to say, God, I see that I'm wrong. I want to go in another direction. Give me the power to change, and he'll do that. And you'll go from an I have to I get to, which makes all the difference in the world in what you're doing. Hey, have a great weekend, and I look forward to continuing this mission mindset conversation next week. But until then, put into practice what we've talked about today.